Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. In the video I made a few weeks ago, I showed you how to make marshmallow fluff. That recipe was stabilized using egg whites. Today I want to show you how to make marshmallows that are stabilized using gelatin instead. I'll also show you how to fill them with chocolate ganache. Check the description box below for the full ingredients list. And if you like the recipe, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more recipes. Let's get started. First, I'll place a small pot of water over medium heat and put a small mixing bowl on top. Make sure that the water is not touching the bottom of the bowl. This is referred to as a double boiler. Into the bowl, I'll add 60 milliliters of heavy cream and 40 grams of chocolate chips. Now I'll stir that until the chocolate is completely melted and it makes a smooth mixture. When the mixture is smooth, remove the bowl from the heat. Use a rag or an oven mitt because the bowl may be very hot. Now with the bowl off heat, I'll add an additional 40 grams of chocolate chips and I'll continue to stir that until the chocolate is completely melted and the ganache is smooth. Now I'll set that to the side while I prepare the marshmallow. Now into another large mixing bowl, I'm going to add 4 sheets of gelatin. I broke them in half first so that they would fit better in the bowl. Make sure that the gelatin is not stuck together. Next, I'm going to add 75 milliliters of cold water. It's important that it's cold because you don't want the gelatin to melt yet. I'll allow the gelatin to bloom for about 10 minutes while I prepare the other ingredients. Now I'll place the small pot back over medium heat and add 75 milliliters of water and 200 grams of sugar. Add your sugar into the middle of the pot and gently shake the pot to help dissolve the sugar. Try not to get any sugar around the edges of the pot, and make sure to add your water first because this will stop the sugar from crystallizing on the bottom of the pot. Now I'll add 190 grams of light corn syrup. Don't stir the mixture and bring it up to a boil. When it's been boiling for about 2 minutes, start to check the temperature every 30 seconds or so with your thermometer. The temperature must reach 240 degrees Fahrenheit. When you're taking the temperature, be very careful because the steam can burn your fingers. If you have a candy thermometer that clips onto the side of the pot, use that as it's the best way to avoid any potential injuries or accidents. When the temperature reaches 240 degrees Fahrenheit, remove it from the heat. Have a mixer ready to go so that you can start to mix the sugar in as soon as it comes off of the stove. Beat the gelatin mixture over medium speed and it will begin to melt as you slowly add in the hot sugar mixture. Make sure not to pour the sugar directly over the beaters because it will spray. When all of the sugar mixture is added, turn the mixer up to the highest speed and continue to beat the mixture for 10 to 15 minutes. As you beat the marshmallow, it will turn white and become very fluffy. Because gelatin sets as it cools, what this is essentially doing is it's rapidly cooling the mixture while whipping air into it. This will give the marshmallows a fluffy texture rather than the jelly-like texture that's most often associated with gelatin. After about 10 minutes of whipping the mixture, it should be about lukewarm and fairly thick. At this point, you'll want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I added half a teaspoon of peppermint extract. For this recipe, I used peppermint extract, but if you're not a big fan of mint, you could replace that with another flavoring such as orange, raspberry, or almond extract. At this point, you can also add food coloring if you'd like. I did mint green to match the mint flavor of the marshmallow. Continue to whip the marshmallow on high speed for another couple of minutes until it's almost completely cooled. When the marshmallow is ready, it will begin to pull away from the edges of the bowl and form medium stiff peaks. Rinse the beaters under hot water because you'll need them again in a couple of minutes. Now I'll place a large round piping tip into my piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, a large plastic bag works fine. Fold the piping bag over a deep, wide-mouthed container and fill it with your marshmallow. Do this carefully because the marshmallow will stick to everything it touches. Now roll up the piping bag, close it, and set it to the side. Next I'll grab the mixer and the chocolate ganache, and I'm going to whip the ganache on high speed for about 1 minute or until it's light and fluffy. Then I'll set the whipped ganache to the side with the marshmallow. Now I'll spray a muffin pan with cooking spray, making sure that it's well coated on all sides. Then I'm going to dust the muffin pan with a mixture of equal parts icing sugar and cornstarch, making sure that the pan is well coated. Now I'll shake off the excess cornstarch and icing sugar, and I'll dust the pan one more time. If the pan is not well coated, the marshmallows won't dry on the outside and they'll stick to the pan. Now I'm going to pipe the marshmallow into the muffin pan, but I'll only fill it about 1/3 of the way. Next I'll take a small spoonful of chocolate ganache and place it into the center of each marshmallow. If you prefer, you can use a piping bag for this. Now I'm going to pipe more marshmallow on top to fully enclose the chocolate ganache. This recipe will make 12 large marshmallows. Now I'm going to dust the tops of the marshmallows with more of the icing sugar and cornstarch mixture. Now I'll let the marshmallows set in a cool place, uncovered, for about 5 hours or until they're dry on top. When the marshmallows are fully set, use a knife to loosen the edges from the pan. If the marshmallows are still very soft and sticky, allow them to set longer. They should come off of the pan fairly easily. Now I'm going to turn the marshmallows out onto a pan lined with parchment paper and dusted with more icing sugar and cornstarch. If some of the marshmallows stick, use your knife to loosen them up and place them all top side down onto the pan. Then dust the bottoms of the marshmallows heavily with more of the icing sugar and cornstarch mixture. Now brush off any excess dusting and ensure that the marshmallows are evenly coated all the way around, including the sides and edges. Let the marshmallows sit covered overnight or uncovered for 4 hours, then brush off as much of the dusting as you can. Turn the marshmallows over so that the top sides are facing up, and once again brush as much of the dusting off as you can. The last thing you want is to bite into your marshmallow and get a mouthful of dust. Now I'll transfer the marshmallows to a plate. They're best eaten right away, but they can be kept in a bag or sealed container for up to a week. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more recipes. If you tried the marshmallows, let me know in the comments below how it goes, or if you have any requests for future videos. Till next time, take care and good luck cooking.